You know, one of the most profound truths I've learned over the years is this: your talent, your skills, your abilities, they're only as powerful as the environment where you choose to apply them. Think about it for a second. You could be the most talented person in the world, but if you're in the wrong place, it's like being a fish trying to climb a tree. You're going to feel like a failure, not because you're incapable, but because you're in the wrong arena. You're not designed to climb trees. You're designed to swim, to thrive in the water. And when you're in the right environment, you don't just survive, you flourish, you become unstoppable. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're working harder than everyone else, but you're not getting the results you deserve? You're putting in the hours, you're grinding, you're pushing yourself to the limit, but it feels like you're running in place. You're not moving forward, you're not growing, you're not feeling fulfilled, and deep down you start to wonder, what's wrong with me? Why can't I make this work? But here's the truth, it's not you. It's not that you're not good enough, it's not that you're not working hard enough, it's that you're in the wrong place. You're in an environment that doesn't value what you bring to the table. You're in a system that doesn't reward your strengths. You're in a situation that doesn't align with who you are and what you're capable of. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're a world-class musician. You've spent years honing your craft. You've mastered your instrument. You've poured your heart and soul into your music, but instead of performing on stage, instead of sharing your gift with the world, you're stuck in a cubicle, crunching numbers, filling out spreadsheets. Now, there's nothing wrong with being an accountant. It's a noble profession, but it's not where you belong. It's not where your talent can shine. It's not where your passion can come alive. And no matter how hard you work, no matter how much effort you put in, you're never going to feel fulfilled. You're never going to feel like you're living up to your potential because you're in the wrong place. Now, let's flip the script. Imagine that same musician, that same incredible talent, but this time they're on stage. They're performing in front of thousands of people. They're sharing their gift with the world. They're doing what they were born to do. And in that moment, they're not just good, they're extraordinary. They're not just successful, they're fulfilled. They're not just living, they're thriving because they're in the right place. They're in an environment that values their talent. They're in a system that rewards their strengths. They're in a situation that aligns with who they are and what they're capable of. This is the power of positioning. It's not just about being good, it's about being in the right place. It's about finding the arena where your strengths can shine. It's about creating the environment where your talent can thrive. And when you do that, when you position yourself in the right place, everything changes. You stop feeling stuck. You stop feeling frustrated. You stop feeling like you're not good enough. Instead, you feel energized. You feel inspired. You feel like you're finally living up to your potential. But here's the thing. Finding the right place isn't always easy. It requires self-awareness. It requires courage. It requires a willingness to step out of your comfort zone and take a risk, because the truth is most people stay in the wrong place because it's familiar. It's safe. It's predictable. But familiar doesn't mean fulfilling. Safe doesn't mean satisfying. Predictable doesn't mean purposeful. And if you want to live a life of meaning, a life of impact, a life of fulfillment, you have to be willing to take that risk. You have to be willing to step into the unknown. You have to be willing to find the place where you belong. So how do you do that? How do you find the right place? It starts with asking yourself the right questions. What are your strengths? What are you passionate about? What brings you joy? What makes you feel alive? And then you have to look at your current environment. Does it align with your strengths? Does it support your passions? Does it bring you joy? Does it make you feel alive? If the answer is no, then it's time to make a change. It's time to find a new environment. It's time to create a new system. It's time to position yourself in the right place. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if I fail? What if I make the wrong choice? What if I end up in an even worse place? And here's the truth. You might fail. You might make the wrong choice. You might end up in a worse place. But here's the thing. Failure isn't the end. It's just feedback. It's just information. It's just an opportunity to learn, to grow, to course correct. And every time you fail, every time you make a mistake, you get one step closer to finding the right place. You get one step closer to living the life you were meant to live. So don't be afraid to take that first step. Don't be afraid to make that change. Don't be afraid to position yourself in the right place, because when you do, when you find the arena where your strengths can shine, when you create the environment where your talent can thrive, you'll tap into a level of success and fulfillment you never thought possible. You'll stop feeling stuck and start feeling unstoppable. You'll stop feeling frustrated and start feeling inspired. You'll stop feeling worthless and start feeling like the powerhouse you truly are. Remember, your value isn't determined by your skills alone. It's determined by the context in which those skills are used. So take control of your environment. Take control of your positioning. Take control of your life. Because when you're in the right place, there's no limit to what you can achieve. You know, one of the most profound truths I've learned over the years is this. Your environment is either fueling you or it's draining you. It's that simple. And here's the thing. No matter how talented you are, no matter how hard you work, if you're in the wrong environment, you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel frustrated. You're going to feel like no matter what you do, it's never enough. And let me tell you something. That's not because you're not good enough. It's because you're not in the right place. Your environment shapes your energy, and your energy shapes your results. It's not just about what you're capable of. It's about where you're planted. Think about it this way. If you take a world-class athlete and put him in a room full of people who don't believe in them, who don't support them, who don't challenge them to grow, what's going to happen? They're going to struggle. They're going to feel like they're fighting an uphill battle every single day. But take that same athlete and put them in an environment where they're surrounded by coaches who believe in them, teammates who push them, and a system that's designed to help them win. Suddenly, they're unstoppable. Suddenly, they're breaking records, achieving greatness, and living up to their full potential. The difference isn't the athlete. The difference is the environment. Now, let's bring this closer to home. Think about your own life. Are you in an environment that's fueling you? Are you surrounded by people who lift you up, who challenge you, who inspire you to be better? Or are you in an environment that's draining you? Are you surrounded by negativity, by doubt, by people who don't believe in you or your dreams? Because here's the truth. You can't outwork a bad environment. You can't out-hustle a toxic system. If you're in the wrong place, it's going to suck the life out of you no matter how hard you try. And let me tell you something else. This isn't just about your physical environment. It's about your mental environment, your emotional environment, your spiritual environment. It's about the energy you're surrounded by every single day. If you're constantly bombarded with negativity, with fear, with doubt, it's going to wear you down. It's going to make you question yourself. It's going to make you feel like you're not good enough, like you don't deserve success, like you'll never achieve your dreams. But here's the thing. That's not the truth. That's just the environment talking. You see, your environment has a voice. It's constantly whispering in your ear, telling you what's possible and what's not. And if you're in the wrong environment, that voice is going to be loud. It's going to be relentless. It's going to tell you all the reasons why you can't succeed, why you shouldn't even try. But if you're in the right environment, that voice changes. It becomes a voice of encouragement, of possibility, of belief. It tells you that you can do it, that you have what it takes, that you're destined for greatness. And that's the voice you need to listen to. So how do you create the right environment? How do you surround yourself with the kind of energy that fuels you instead of drains you? It starts with awareness. It starts with taking a step back and looking at your life, your relationships, your work, your daily habits, and asking yourself, is this fueling me or draining me? Is this helping me grow or holding me back? Is this bringing me closer to my dreams or pulling me further away? Because here's the thing, you have the power to change your environment. You have the power to choose where you're planted. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if I can't just up and leave my job? What if I can't just walk away from the people in my life? And I get it. Change isn't always easy, but here's the thing. You don't have to change everything overnight. You don't have to burn it all down and start from scratch. You can start small. You can start by surrounding yourself with one person who believes in you. You can start by creating one daily habit that fuels your energy. You can start by finding one place, whether it's a gym, a coffee shop, a community group, where you feel inspired, where you feel alive, where you feel like you're in the right place. And here's the magic. When you start to change your environment, even in small ways, it creates a ripple effect. It changes the way you think, the way you feel, the way you show up in the world. It gives you the energy to take the next step and the next step after that. And before you know it, you're in a completely different place, a place where you're thriving, where you're growing, where you're living up to your full potential. But let me warn you, this isn't a one-time thing. Creating the right environment is an ongoing process. It's something you have to be intentional about every single day, because here's the truth. Life will always try to pull you back into old patterns, old habits, old environments. It's up to you to stay vigilant, to stay committed, to keep choosing the kind of energy that fuels you instead of drains you. And let me tell you something else. This isn't just about you. It's about the people around you too. Because when you're in the right environment, when you're fueled by the right energy, you become a force for good in the world. You inspire others to rise up, to believe in themselves, to create their own right environment. And that's how change happens. That's how we create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, to grow, to live up to their full potential. So I want you to take a moment right now and ask yourself, is my environment fueling me or draining me? Am I in the right place to unleash my full potential? And if the answer is no, I want you to know that it's not too late. You have the power to change your environment. You have the power to create the kind of life you deserve. All it takes is one step, one decision, one moment of courage. And when you take that step, when you make that decision, when you find that courage, you'll discover a level of energy, of fulfillment, of success that you never thought possible. Because here's the truth. You're not stuck because you're not good enough. You're stuck because you're not in the right ecosystem. And when you find that ecosystem, when you create that environment, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So go out there and find your place. Your energy depends on it. Your future depends on it. Your greatness depends on it. You know, one of the most heartbreaking things I see is people who are incredibly talented, incredibly skilled, and yet they feel stuck. They feel like they're not enough. They feel like no matter how hard they work, no matter how much they give, it's never appreciated. It's never valued. And here's the truth. It's not because they're not good enough. It's not because they don't have what it takes. It's because they're in the wrong place. They're in an environment that doesn't see them, that doesn't celebrate them, that doesn't reward them for who they are and what they bring to the table. And let me tell you something. If you're in that place right now, if you're feeling undervalued, unseen, or unappreciated, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a sign that you're in the wrong environment. And the moment you realize that, the moment you truly internalize that, is the moment you take your power back. Because here's the thing, your value isn't determined by your skills alone. It's not just about how good you are at what you do. It's about the context in which those skills are used. It's about the environment you're in. You could be the most talented person in the room, but if you're in a room that doesn't appreciate that talent, that doesn't recognize it, that doesn't give you the opportunity to shine, then what good is it? What good is all that potential if it's buried under layers of neglect, underappreciation, and misalignment? You see, your value is like a diamond. A diamond is priceless, but if you bury it in the dirt, if you hide it away where no one can see it, it might as well be a rock. It's only when you bring it into the light, when you place it in the right setting, that its true brilliance is revealed. And the same is true for you. Your brilliance, your potential, your greatness, it's already there. But if you're in the wrong place, if you're in an environment that doesn't see it, that doesn't celebrate it, that doesn't give you the opportunity to shine, then it's like that diamond buried in the dirt. It's there, but it's not being seen. It's not being valued, and that's not where you belong. You deserve to be in a place where your greatness is seen, where it's celebrated, where it's rewarded. You deserve to be in an environment that amplifies your strengths, that challenges you to grow, that pushes you to become the best version of yourself. And if you're not in that place right now, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling undervalued, if you're feeling like no matter how hard you work, it's never enough, then it's time to make a change. It's time to take massive action. It's time to move toward the environments, the opportunities, the relationships that will celebrate you, that will value you, that will reward you for who you are and what you bring to the table. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if I can't? What if I'm stuck? What if I don't know how to get there? And let me tell you something. Those are just stories. Those are just limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Because the truth is, you have the power to change your environment. You have the power to take control of your life, to take control of your circumstances, to create the conditions that will allow you to thrive. It's not always easy. It's not always comfortable, but it's always worth it. Because when you're in the right place, when you're in an environment that sees you, that celebrates you, that rewards you, there's no limit to what you can achieve. There's no limit to how far you can go. So how do you get there? How do you move from where you are to where you deserve to be? It starts with a decision. A decision that you're no longer willing to settle for less than you deserve. A decision that you're no longer willing to stay in an environment that doesn't value you, that doesn't see you, that doesn't reward you. And once you make that decision, once you truly commit to it, the universe will conspire to help you. Opportunities will open up. Doors will appear. People will come into your life who see your value, who celebrate your strengths, who want to help you succeed. But it starts with you. It starts with that decision, that commitment, that unwavering belief that you deserve more. And then it's about taking action, massive action. Because here's the thing, you can't just sit back and wait for the right environment to come to you. You have to go out and create it. You have to seek out the opportunities, the relationships, the systems that will allow you to thrive. You have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone, to take risks, to try new things, because the right environment isn't going to just fall into your lap. You have to go out and find it. You have to go out and create it. And when you do, when you take that first step, when you start moving in the direction of your dreams, you'll be amazed at how quickly things start to change. You'll be amazed at how quickly the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances start to show up in your life. But here's the key. You have to be willing to let go of what's not serving you. You have to be willing to walk away from the environments, the relationships, the opportunities that are holding you back. And I know that's not easy. I know it's scary. I know it's uncomfortable. But here's the truth. You can't hold on to what's not serving you and expect to move forward. You can't stay in the wrong place and expect to find the right opportunities. You have to be willing to let go. You have to be willing to release what's not working so that you can make space for what will. And when you do, when you let go of what's not serving you, when you make space for what will, you'll be amazed at how quickly things start to change. You'll be amazed at how quickly you start to attract the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances into your life. And here's the thing, it's not just about finding the right environment, it's about creating it. It's about building the kind of life, the kind of career, the kind of relationships that allow you to thrive. It's about surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, who challenge you, who inspire you to be your best self. It's about creating systems, habits, and routines that support your growth, that push you to become the best version of yourself. It's about taking control of your life, of your circumstances, of your environment, and shaping it into something that allows you to thrive. Because when you do, when you create the right environment, when you surround yourself with the right people, when you build the right systems, there's no limit to what you can achieve. There's no limit to how far you can go. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling undervalued, if you're feeling like no matter how hard you work, it's never enough, I want you to know this. You're not stuck because you're not good enough. You're stuck because you're not in the right place. And the moment you realize that, the moment you truly internalize that, is the moment you take your power back. It's the moment you start moving toward the environments, the opportunities, the relationships that will celebrate you, that will value you, that will reward you for who you are and what you bring to the table. And when you do, when you take that first step, when you start moving in the direction of your dreams, you'll be amazed at how quickly things start to change. You'll be amazed at how quickly the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances start to show up in your life. Because here's the truth. You deserve to be in a place where your greatness is seen, where it's celebrated, where it's rewarded. You deserve to be in an environment that amplifies your strengths, that challenges you to grow, that pushes you to become the best version of yourself. And if you're not in that place right now, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling undervalued, if you're feeling like no matter how hard you work, it's never enough, then it's time to make a change. It's time to take massive action. It's time to move toward the environments, the opportunities, the relationships that will celebrate you, that will value you, that will reward you for who you are and what you bring to the table. And when you do, when you take that first step, when you start moving in the direction of your dreams, you'll be amazed at how quickly things start to change. You'll be amazed at how quickly the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances start to show up in your life. Because here's the truth. You are not stuck because you're not good enough. You're stuck because you're not in the right place. And the moment you realize that, the moment you truly internalize that, is the moment you take your power back. It's the moment you start moving toward the life you deserve. So take that first step, make that decision, commit to creating the environment that will allow you to thrive. Because when you do, when you take control of your life, when you create the conditions that will allow you to shine, there's no limit to what you can achieve. There's no limit to how far you can go. You are worthy, you are capable, you are enough, and you deserve to be in a place where your greatness is seen, celebrated, and rewarded. Now go out there and make it happen.